Ward 8 is in the southeast corner of D.C. at the mouth of the Anacostia River and is a traditional African American region of D.C. After the Civil War, Ward 8, or Anacostia, was the only area open to freed slaves. It was marshy and hard to settle, as centuries of improper farming practices had left the land degraded and the river shallow and impassable. Since the 1800s, discriminatory housing practices, segregation, environmental injustice, and pollution have created an environmental racism issue of epic proportions in this segment of D.C. that is predominantly African American and low income. Currently, there are many environmental justice issues facing Ward 8. These include siting of hazardous waste facilities, wastewater processing plants, and landfills in this area, as well as the issue of lack of proper nutrition in this area, or food deserts. In Ward 8, it is easy to find liquor stores or convenience stores, but nearly impossible to find a grocery store. Another issue facing Ward 8 is pollution. The mouth of the Anacostia River is part of Ward 8, and the trash that comes through its tributaries is generated from different parts of the watershed, for example, Capitol Hill, Howard University, and parts of Montgomery County. But according to Omar Eaton Martinez, the filth is only attributed to Ward 8.
The Anacostia is growing in toxicity. Some anglers have been fishing and eating out of the Anacostia for decades. Fish from this river have fed some of the city's African Americans for many generations and currently some of today's unemployed and poor residents east of the river. They are joined by recent immigrants, mostly Spanish speakers who have continued their custom of fishing for dinner from the rivers of Central America. PCBs are poisonous chemicals known in the urban water runoff to disrupt hormone function, immune systems, and the thyroid. They are particularly dangerous in the waterways because they are not water soluble. Much like the Anacostia's poor water, Ward 8 is also blamed for their lack of clean air. Asthma effects due to pollution are on the rise in Anacostia. This is in part caused by the historic 62-year-old coal-fired power plant in Alexandria, Virginia that belched sulfur dioxide into the air over the district, in particular Ward 8.
It's evident that Ward 8 needs help, but are people who live and work in the surrounding areas aware of organizations that are working towards solutions? We went to Union Market to find out for ourselves.
I'm not. I'm trying, I read the Post every day online.
No, I don't think so.
Really vibrant movement in the city to create urban gardens and parks. I know Anacostia River in particular is, we even have the bag tax. It's 5 cents a bag in the city, and that is focused on kind of part of the money is going towards rivers.
Despite lack of awareness in this area about environmental justice nonprofits, Omar Martinez was able to suggest organizations who are working with the community.
Earth Conservation Corps is a group that looks at issues of both biodiversity loss and unemployment. Their mission is to empower youth to reclaim the Anacostia region and their lives by transforming areas into parks for community spaces, educating members on how to care for wildlife in the area, especially the wild osprey, and helping members apply for jobs by providing them with professional trainings and resources to help them break the cycle of poverty. Inner City Outings is another environmental justice nonprofit, which is a national offshoot from the Sierra Club. Their goal is to build environmental stewardship among low-income youth of diverse cultural and ethnic backgrounds by providing them with enjoyable outdoor experiences including hiking, backpacking, and boating to restore, in Speth's words, a sense of wonder around nature. According to DC's chair, Chris Unger, gentrification is a huge issue in DC, so Inner City Outings hopes to reach out to youth whose families have been here for generations. One challenge they run into is building trust with communities since their staff is predominantly white, but these tensions have been seen to have been eased with time and by teaming up with local organizations to build connections. There are many opportunities to get involved, and George Mason's Green Patriot Group assisted with a group hike at Great Falls Park this past fall.
What can you do to help? You can join one of the many programs that Groundwork Anacostia offers, like the Green Team, Outdoor Nation, Campus Cleanup, or 1 Yard of Garden. You can also get involved with the Anacostia Watershed Society in either their Public Affairs program, Education program, or Stewardship program. You could even help them clean up nearly 20 different sites around the Anacostia watershed on Earth Day.
Ward 8 is home to an alarming confluence of circumstances that has led to a legacy of environmental injustices. Perhaps even more unfortunate is the lack of awareness amongst the general population of DC and the surrounding area. Thankfully, there are a growing number of advocacy groups in the area who are working towards improving Ward 8's environment through grassroots initiatives and the promotion of new, environmentally friendly policies.
It is up to us to support these organizations so that the change we want to see happen can become a reality.